you go grab my script.
What's a man got to do to walk the corner and not get shot?
Not go to the school.
Well, I'll put it into thought, I guess.
Good to see you, bud.
You're behind the school operation.
Actually, I'm not doing a ton tonight.
I got it started and I'm out of here. Well, I'm not leaving, but I'm not sitting there. Streaming. As long as I continue to stay live.
Cute follow squirts.
Skyler,
Yo.
you okay to? Not to worry about it. I was gonna ask you to redo the lighting if it doesn't look good when the lights turn on.
What?
I was gonna ask you to redo the lighting if the lights turn on, it doesn't look good, but
No.
I think it will be fine.
Okay.
ISO's okay. Shutter's pretty run in the middle. It should look fine.
I mean, hopefully the shutter hasn't changed.
No, not the shutter. It's the
Aperture?
aperture. Right. Shutter's 150.
No, it's just 50.
Oh, we're starting.
Or 150.
It's been live. Make sure it stays there. Huh? Yeah, they can. You've never listened to a programmer, you listen to Skylar and Smack Talk in the back.
I have nothing for the first round.
Oh, lucky you.
Don't worry, just wait till John Wilhelm. There's a reason he wrote us notes. I mean, theoretically.
Andy, you are the best. Oh my god.
What's with the camera?
That's the kid. It's like that's all the kids.
This is not the camera. Michael. What? And what do you write on?
dress rehearsal for that. This, I just had a tech rehearsal.
Well, here it is.
Oh, good.
That's where it all happens. Alright.
Dr. Stewart's gonna run it all.
Yeah, so all you have to do is press all the right buttons at all the right times.
Where's the spotlight?
How many keys?
That one's up there, you'll have to jump.
Oh, okay. Can't be like.
Don't worry, the show is waiting for you.
Yes, thank you. There's any mistakes tonight.
I'm just
Most likely.
Really loud.
the lighting mistakes would be me, if it's sound mistakes, it'd be Skylar.
That sound is me,
Okay.
but just blame it on me.
Bad sound.
But just blame it on me.
And the lights.
Bad lights.
Bad lights.
Bad film recording.
Bad overall management.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks he's my boss. In reality, it's the other way around.
Decided my full title is His Majesty, Lord Protector,
Yes.
Augustus Optimo,
Defender of the faith.
Defender of the Faith,
You have to go add that now. So.
DOF.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Where's the come from?
Alright. I don't know what the cheer is.
Enjoy the show.
Sound well.
Break a leg.
This break a leg is typically the.
Even though it's the most confusing thing, because that's a leg right there. So, we're not breaking a leg. We're breaking the
You're part of it. You are part.
breaking the sound barrier.
You are part of the production. Thus, you must break legs.
Okay, great.
Hints and Voice of the Silence is the ones I have extra music on. And this one I'm ready to go. Also, when Jenny comes up to do your outfits, it's center stage. I am not talking. I have 3 minutes before we start. mean, you can push it far to the side. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
That's like move it all the way over to the wall.
Yeah, you would have to unplug it, but just unplug it from the stage. Don't unplug it at the mic if you want to do that.
Can you show me that real quick? Pretty sure I was watching that. Although they're not going to get that.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out this evening to CCU's, to my knowledge, first ever One Act Festival. We are really excited that you're here. So I want to tell you a little bit about what you are seeing this evening. Every piece that you're watching tonight is a world premiere, and that means that it's never been seen by an audience ever before. You are the first audience ever to see it. Every piece tonight was written, directed, and performed entirely by students, so sort of a student-run organization. And all the pieces tonight are based loosely on the idea of the Reformation, because this year we're celebrating the 500th anniversary of that. So all of the playwrights spent some time looking through verses, through thematic material of the Reformation. And as you're watching, these pieces really went in a lot of different directions. We started with sort of the roots of the Reformation, and then the tree kind of grew in a lot of different ways. We've got fantasy, we've got historical fiction, we've got like murder whodunits. So if you're like, how did they get here from the Reformation? There are notes in your program that each playwright wrote to kind of give you an idea of what idea sort of sparked this and where they went to. And I want to tell you a little bit about sort of how this festival came to be. 7 weeks ago, everything that you see up here did not exist. This has all been created in the last 7 weeks. We had a group of playwrights that had to apply to be part of the festival, a group of directors that also had to apply to be part of the festival. The playwrights met, they got sort of a 3-hour crash course in playwriting, and then had 3 weeks to write these plays. During that time, we met as a group twice to read their work out loud, give everybody some feedback, really polish the pieces. Then we sent them off to the directors. The directors read each piece, sort of ranked in order which one they wanted to direct, and everybody got their first or second choice because it was really cool. And then the directors sort of had a 3-hour directing crash course of everything they needed to know about directing and everything that's involved, and they all sort of walked out with a panicked look on their face. But then they ran with it. We had auditions. All these actors came in, showed up, filled all these roles. And from there, the directors really took it. They created their own rehearsal schedules. They were in charge of sets, costumes, props, everything up here they were in charge of. And they had 3 weeks to rehearse it, and now tonight they are really thrilled to share it with you. So a couple of logistics for the evening. Just a reminder to please turn off your cell phones, silence any cell phones, anything that might go off or ring this evening. Tonight, you might notice in your program, we're not going to do a formal intermission, because since there are several different pieces, there's about a 2 or 3 minute gap between each one in order for them to change over set pieces. So if you need to use the restroom, get a drink, feel free to go out during any of those breaks, and you can sneak back in and no one will get mad at you. You're good. So all of these pieces, or not all of them, but several of them have blackouts within the piece. And just for the continuity of the evening, we'll ask that you hold your applause, don't applaud during those blackouts within the piece. Save your applause toward the end of the piece when the actors come out and take a bow, and that will kind of help us get moving and keep it going. So I'm going to offer our evening up to the Lord, and we're going to get started, so please pray with me. Father God, we thank you so much for all of these students who have put so much into tonight, God. All of the hours of late night writing, late night directing, rehearsing, all of these actors who had nothing to go on for these characters. They had to create them from scratch because they're brand new. We thank you so much for all of the work that they put in, and we offer it back to you, Father, as an offering. We love you so much. Amen.
Pope Clement VII, it depicts the transfiguration of Christ and the miracle of Christ casting out a demon directly after. Feel free to take a closer look.
Yes, please do. There's so much to share. Come in, come in.
Anyone? No one? Okay, then moving on.
No, wait, you're missing so much. Typical. No one cares about art that has something to say because no one wants to listen. They rush by on their exhibits to see stars that are at war or some short people with rings. And if they do walk by, they never talk. They just talk and never listen. This is a museum. Are you seriously eating? Oh wait, what is that? Oh, roast beef. Oh, I love roast beef. No. This isn't a lunchroom. On the other hand, no one has been this quiet here before ever. Huh? Who is this girl? Me, that's me. I've never noticed her before. Join the club. She's so beautiful, so colorful and bright. I mean, I'm in charge of the modern art tour, so I don't get over here that often.
Here we have the Transfiguration painted by Raphael. The painting was commissioned by a cardinal named King Pope Clement VII. Would anyone like to take a closer look? This may be your last chance. It's scheduled to be taken down soon due to lack of interest and replaced with something cooler.
Why would they take you down? I don't understand. Something cooler? It's all over. I see the light fading. I can't believe this. I just found you and now you're leaving. I guess you are pretty old. I mean, I know there's so much more to you though. It just takes time. If you're going to be taken down, I think someone owes it to you to take the time and find out what you have to say. Not just rush past, but really sit and listen and hear what you have to say. At least once. You would do that? I think you deserve that much. Thank you. That means a lot. Maybe she can show people I'm more than just a picture.
So there's the central figure, obviously Jesus. It shows him in his glory, a glimpse of what is to come. Moses represents the law. He fulfills the law, well, obviously.
No, I mean, yes, great work. Yes, what else?
Then there are the disciples. They're with that boy possessed by a demon. That's the second most important thing.
So close and yet so far away.
Wait, that woman from before. She has the same soft, bright colors as Christ. I wonder why.
Because I'm important. Hello.
She seems important. That's something. She's the second most important, not the disciples.
And away we go.
I wonder what her purpose is. What do you have to say?
So much. What do you want to know?
I'm not sure what question to ask next. And my break is over. I'll think about it while I'm at work, though.
Okay. Well, I'll be here when you get back. She listened. She heard. She's coming back. Even if every visitor just rushes past and never listens, she heard me.
And in this room we have the Transfiguration by Raphael. Yes. What is it about? Like, what does it mean?
I know, pick me.
It's about, like, Jesus, and then the big part in the middle is the disciples trying to figure out what to do with, like, a demon kid or something.
Are you kidding me? How are you giving guided tours? What kind of museum is this?
Okay, moving on.
What's the use? He doesn't want to listen. Hello again. Hi. Welcome back.
I can't stop thinking about you and unlocking whatever secrets you're holding.
Well, where would you like to start?
I've been thinking about this since I left, and I still have no idea what you mean.
Well, who painted it? What does it mean? I mean, I can't do all the work here.
Context would probably help a lot.
Oh, hey, David, you're just what I was looking for.
Hey, Lila. Yeah, you too. No, wait, you're not. in my tour today. I hate kids.
What do you know about this painting? Nothing.
Well, which painting?
This painting.
This painting?
Yes, David, this painting. Right here. The only painting in the room. What do you know about it?
Let's see. And in this room we have the transfiguration.
No, David, I know the spiel. What do you actually know about the painting?
Nothing.
Okay, thanks, David. You've been very helpful.
Yes, David. Thank you for those nuggets of wisdom. We are all smarter having heard them. You know, it's people like that, people who don't care about art and history, who miss all the fantastic things that art has to say.
People like that are the reason you're getting taken down.
I had completely forgotten. Soon I will be thrown away into some dusty basement, alone, with no one to speak to. I will be forgotten.
I don't want to think about that now. I have to do some reading. I'll be back.
This is Raphael's Transfiguration, made for a pope. It'll be gone soon.
I've been learning so much about you.
What's the use? Even if I give you everything I have to offer, it's just one tiny drop in a sea of uninterested faces who shuffle past me every day.
I started by learning about how Raphael used people and bodies in his work. He placed people specifically, so the fact that you're facing away from us and are kind of contorted means something.
That's true. Not a lot of people notice that.
You are in between the disciples and the young boy and his family. You're a part of the story, but you aren't a character.
Yes, I'm trying to show the disciples something.
Almost like you're trying to show them a different direction, a different way, a different path.
Something new?
Jesus was two figures representing the law and the prophets because he was the fulfillment of both. With him, everything that the disciples were learning had changed. They couldn't just keep looking at life the way they always had.
Yes, they needed faith in Jesus and in his power. But even after he showed them part of his glory, they still struggled with faith.
You are faith.
Thank you, Jesus.
I mean, I'm sure it can mean so many different things, but I see faith.
Different people find different things. I'm just glad you took the time to find something.
You are a pretty strong lady, Faith. Those disciples were focused on that boy, and you get right in between them like, hello, remember me? Yeah, that's right, I'm here. You are sassy. She gets me. You have so much to say. I'm sure I'll keep finding new things every time I look. There's so much I would have missed if I'd never taken the time to look.
I'm so glad you took the time to listen. I've so enjoyed our time, but soon I won't be here, and I'm afraid the interest of one person isn't enough to get the museum to keep me here.
I still can't believe they're taking you down. So much beauty and life in you. I don't understand how everyone doesn't see that.
Yes. It's just some painting. Raphael's Transition, I think. They're taking it down. It's super old. Please control your children.
What? Are you kidding me? How are you getting guided tours? What kind of museum is this?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's like exactly what I said.
No wonder people don't get it. How can they see how beautiful you are if they aren't looking? Or hear what you have to say if someone is telling them not to bother listening?
I've been saying that for years and no one listens to me.
This is so not okay. It's his job to excite people about art, to inspire them to dig deeper. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind when I see him.
You would do that for me?
I don't know. Maybe I should leave it alone. I don't want to get in trouble or lose my job.
I understand. I wouldn't want you to get into any trouble.
David, I need to talk to you.
What's up?
So I just heard you giving a tour, and you kind of skipped over a lot of the info about this painting. Do you do that every tour?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's just some painting.
Just some painting? It's an artistic masterpiece. is in your tour.
Oh, come on, it looks nice, but no one wants to see this old stuff.
Did you know that Raphael worked on this painting until he died?
What? No, why does that even matter?
He worked on it until he died. If it was just some pretty painting, if there was nothing more to it than that, why would he be so dedicated to it? It has so much to teach people about faith and love.
Look, I don't care what you think. I'm here to walk people around and get paid. I don't have some deep calling or responsibilities to this art or to people that pay for tours. Get off my back. Either go tell the curator and try to get me fired, or leave me alone.
I'm so sorry. I tried. I can't get him fired. Learn about faith and love and get someone fired. Please don't give up. You can tell people about me. Please. Don't let me be forgotten in some basement. I can't stand by and just let history get pushed aside. That's the spirit. I'm going to talk to my boss. I'm going to tell him that we are responsible to inspire and inform and encourage patrons to dig deeper. I like the sound of that. I'm going to tell him that we can't allow someone like David, who doesn't even care about you, to be entrusted with that responsibility. You could say that again. There's so much you can teach people if they would listen. You aren't just oil and canvas. You have life, and they have stories. You have secrets and so much truth to share. I've been here for years, and so few people ever seem to care. Even fewer took the time to listen, and no one told other people about me. I've never felt so hopeful about people hearing my message. Thank you. I'm going to talk to him. The next time you see me, I'll be leading a tour full of bright-eyed art enthusiasts ready to hear what you have to say. Unless, of course, my boss thinks I'm overstepping and I get fired. No, this is important. I have to say something no matter the consequences. If I don't see you tomorrow, it was a privilege to hear from you. She has to convince him. She's got to. If she doesn't, it's all over. She will convince him. I know she will. I think I hear someone coming.
This way, everyone, stay together. I don't have to stop the tour and look for a key again.
This can't be happening. It didn't work. It's all over.
Yes, you have a question? What's in this room? It's a painting called Raphael's Transfiguration. No, we are not going in this room. No, if you want to go in this room, you have to go on the Renaissance tour. I don't need that tour anymore. We actually have to get going so that tour can come through. This way to the interactive children's store.
And here we have the classic Renaissance painting by Raphael entitled The Transfiguration. It depicts the transfiguration of Christ and the miracle that was performed directly afterward. You can see a woman in the lower corner who has the same bright colors as Jesus.
That's me!
She is the second most important part of this painting, but is often overlooked. She has so much to say if you listen really close.
Well, if they don't want to get closer, I could just talk louder.
Raphael worked on this painting until he died because it was so important to him. There's a lot to learn from this painting, and if Raphael dedicated his life to creating it, I think we should take a little time out of our day to appreciate it. Okay, let's keep going. But I encourage everyone to come back when the tour's over and take a closer look. That canvas woman has a lot to say.
I go with the flow. All right. Weather. Press it a little bit on here. That depends on which ones.
Come in, Mr. Bennett. Have a seat. How do you do, sir? Fine, thank you. So, Mr. Bennett, Robert, why don't you tell me about your condition?
Well, you see, sir, I've had this stammer ever since I was born. It was really bad when I was younger, up until 2 years ago, last August.
So has it improved recently?
It had when I met Kate, my fiance, sir. Something changed. I met her at a dance, one of those jitterbug kids.
Asked her for a date?
Before I knew it, we were going steady. Not sure how it happened, really. Not sure why she fell for a guy with a stammer. But you see, the thing is, whenever I was with her, my stammer was hardly there.
Very interesting. And your fiance? Where is she?
Oh, yes, sir. But see, she's in the nurse corps in the Army. Well, when the Japs bombed Pearl Harbor last year, she had a brother there that died. Well, when Uncle Sam came to calling, I felt it my duty to enlist for her sake, well, and for the sake of the country. I believe the United States is worth fighting for, sir. But well, when I went in to sign up, well, I must have got kind of nervous. They told me my stammer made me unfit for military service.
See. Well, that must be very hard for you. But as for my services, why have you just not decided to seek treatment for your condition?
Well, that's just it, Doc. Before I could even tell her, Kate told me she went and signed herself up. That darn Uncle Sam. I felt as if she was going in my place. She's been overseas 8 months now. I never know for sure where she's at. Oh, I miss her an awful lot.
Have you had any contact with her since she's been gone?
She writes me letters to a month, and I must say those sure have helped. But since she's been gone, my speech has gotten worse.
Mr. Bennett, you must know that isn't how it works.
Well, I just figured maybe if I can fix my stammer,